Right guys, welcome back to the build of my 51 Fleetline Chevy Fastback. We're going to build this thing into a drag and drive car. We've done this all in-house with a bunch of mates. We're building a big block blown 540 Chevy for it. It's going to be punching out about 1500 horsepower. Turbo 400 with a trans brake, big beefy 9-inch rear end. As I said earlier, it's going to predominantly be a drag and drive car. We're going to test the car here in the UK, then head stateside and see if we can hurt some feelings. Car's going for an exhaust tomorrow. I thought I'd better try and jot down some ideas, you know, some sort of little drawing as to what I want. Stupidly, I saw a historic AC Cobra race car a couple of years back at a show and it had a 427 in it. The exhaust system was like nothing else you've ever seen before, but this is what I've come up with. I want to try and make this thing as industrial as I can. The look I kind of want to go for is, you said tough street car, you know, definitely back in Australia. Some of the exhausts, man, I mean, you can hang these things above your fireplace, they look killer. So I want to try and make an exhaust system that will go under a car, but have it on the outside of the car, if that makes any sense. I don't want just a straight tube side pipe, so this is what I've come up with. Start off with a V-band clamp here coming out the side of the front guard, so that we can take the side pipes off and just put a bullhorn on for racing. I'm kind of thinking if I have a resonator in the front and a muffler in the rear, it just breaks up that boring cylindrical shape of a side pipe. Just hold that up, Jim, so we can get a bit of a visual. Wowzers. See, as much as I love it, I think it's too big. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Pete's gonna make everything from scratch himself. I've seen his work. Wait till you see this, it's absolutely killer. So we're gonna taper these pipes down in here. So I'm hoping he's gonna rivet them all together with some big aircraft rivets just to give it that, you know, aggressive look for the rest of the car. I want the OD of these pipes to be about 6.5 inch, 7 inch, but I think 7 inch is too big. So 6 inch is probably what we're gonna go for. If this is 6 inch, I want this to be a 5 inch or a 5.5 inch pipe. Very, very short with a very small radius, so that way once we cut that tip off square with the rest of the muffler, that's going to be a big juicy hole. I've said, look, have free reign, but think industrial, think rivets, think historic race cars, think bomber planes, think wartime. You know, I want this thing to look absolutely aggressive and mental, so that's what we're going to do. I'm so excited to see what this guy comes up with. Obviously he's doing the headers as well. A lot of work ahead of him, and I think the price is really, really fair. So here we are at the exhaust shop. Pete's going to show us some pipe size. We were going to go 4, but I think it's too big. It's a 3.5 inch pipe and a 4 inch silencer.
4.5. But that one?
Yeah, that's better.
That doesn't look small, does it?
No, that's better. What do you think about the silencer length?
Well, you could do it so it's got a joint in the back as well. So you then got an option for a loud one. You can have just the front silencer or the front and the rear one.
Because I kind of figured if you did 2 silencers, then, like you said, you'd have a cone on each end.
Right, okay.
And maybe just join it with the cones.
Yeah. So you could do a joint like that, with one of them going into it, right? Make that a bit smaller, and that welds to that flange, and then the silencer welds to that.
Can we put a V-band or something on that? For that pipe, or?
Good.
Yeah, I think that looks good there too.
Well, that's what we often do for heat shields. So you just have a thinner version of that as a heat shield.
Yeah. And then just put another one there, like a muffler there, and then you could just weld those two together in cones, couldn't you?
So if you did one of them at the back, you could then use 2 of those bolts for making the hanger to come off.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
Then there is a plain pipe, but it's industrial at the front and it's industrial at the back.
My worst fear is it's just going to all protrude too far.
You're best off, I think, just doing something and going, it needs a tweak, rather than just really not knowing what direction to go in.
If we can get that to kind of finish just behind that wing.
So it will start to bend there, 45 will carry on and then we'll slash it there.
Yeah, I really like that. That blends so well. Look at that, dude. It just doesn't do it justice in pictures, does it? The sheer size. My God, dude. Are absolutely amazing. Today's a really exciting day. We've had the call from the exhaust shop. Pete's all done, all the fabrication's complete. We're going to jump in the truck, hit the road and go and pick the bad boy up. Check it out. You all right, Pete? Dude, they are massive, man. Massive. Yeah, that's fine, but I think at least now that you've got those things in, I can do it. But
Yeah, a couple of Bosch wide bands.
right, guys, finally picked up the big boy. This is Pete from PTR Exhaust over here in Brackley in the UK. He's just built us, I don't even know how to put it, it's mental, it's insane, isn't it? If you come around here and have a quick look, Pete might give us a bit of an insight as to what he's done.
Basically, 1/4 inch free flowing was as flowing as it can be, and it doesn't need to be equal length because it's all about getting the gas out quick because it's supercharged. And then ball socket joints, so you've got nice amount of adjustment. And
Pete makes everything himself. He doesn't even buy the clamps. Like he said, 2 1/4 inch primaries. Honestly, dude, it's just insane. You must be happy with it, are you?
I think it's awesome. I love it.
Because I know I was so picky with this. And I know I was, but I just that was the whole thing with the car. I just wanted to make everything look.
It can definitely ruin it, can't it?
100%.
Definitely make it or break it.
100%. Those shelves down there, just for those pipes, like, are amazing. It just looks so aggressive, man. All those, the size of those bends and that pipe coming out that wing is just... Do you want me to go down the back?
Yeah, you got that.
All right, I'll get you. You right? Yeah, be underneath. Right, guys, as you can see, we finally got the car back in the shop last night. Picked the car up from Pete, got the exhaust done. Just absolutely blown away with what he's done, honestly. I kind of wish I could show you guys what this thing was like in person, but it just does not do it justice. Yeah, these primaries are 2 1/4. He's handmade the collectors. They go into a 3-inch collector. I'm just going to spin the camera around and show you what he makes on the ends of them because it's pretty damn fancy. 2 1/4 primaries. Now, right on the end there, he makes this ball and socket joint, which I've never seen before. Hand makes all these beautiful collectors, all sprung, all slip fit. And this ball and socket joint there is probably like a bit like a brake line, I suppose, or, you know, probably a bone in your body. And he makes the clamps that goes on there as well. So there's so much adjustment in there. This is all down here, 3-inch. You can probably see a little bit better on the other side. All 3-inch down there. Goes into, actually I think that's 3.5, and then down the bottom there it goes to 4-inch with another one of those ball and socket joints. I mean, to get these pipes, side pipes off, it's like a 2-minute job. And then obviously it comes out the front here. You know, I didn't really want side pipes on the car. I'm not a side pipe guy, so I said to him, they kind of got to look industrial, a bit busy. I don't just want a straight pipe on the side of the car because I just think it looks terrible. Everything else we've done on the car, you know, we've done things 1, 2, 3 times over just to get the look that I was going for. Just got to clean up around here where he's cut the holes, but everything he's done is just absolutely amazing. You know, I mean, look at the welding on this thing, you know, absolutely incredible. He's made all those silencers. He's even rolled those silencers or mufflers out of just a flat sheet of stainless. He's made these beautiful little hangers that they sit on, and he's got a little footprint just under here, and then it's just one bolt off that joint up on the inner wing. So absolutely incredible. I threw a coat of heat temp paint on those pipes because although I like the stainless, they didn't really blend into the car. I kind of figured that they stuck out too much of a feature. You know, you can see here that it's, it blends into the car really, really well. So I do a lot of powder coating with my mate Julian, and Pete kind of tells me about a foot after the collector, you should be pretty good heat-wise. He does a lot of turbo cars, a lot of manifolds, and he said, look, a foot after that collector, I kind of figure you'd be all right. My mate bakes the powder coat, I think at about 240 degrees. All we need to do now is we're gonna order the converter from Neil Chance in the States. He's gonna do us a street strip converter for this thing. I kind of think the stall speed's gonna be about 4,500, maybe 5 grand. So again, probably the best guy, to get to build your converters, I would think. Got another one over here, which is my mate's car. Same car, 51 fleet line. We built a 427 small block for this thing. 576 horse, 572 torque. This thing scares me. It melts the tires at 70, 60 mile an hour. It is the most aggressive car I've ever driven. And I took my mate for a drive the other day, and he said to me, if that does this, what's your car going to do? And it got me thinking. So no idea what it's going to do. It's going to be a big learning curve. A little bit anxious about it. I just hope I don't get carried away with it. So we're not far away now from firing this bad boy up. I've got another mate that's doing a custom alley rad for us. This thing's going to be killer. He's got an alley company, motorsport company. His work again is just absolutely insane. So after the converter and the rad, I can stop spending money on this thing, which I'm really, really looking forward to. It's killed me all the way along. I've been ducking and diving and flipping and trading and trying to work and fix everything else. And as you know, I've got a motorhome out there we're building a chopper upstairs. And we've got a workshop full of cars that we're trying to buy and sell as well. So very, very, very stressful work, but I love every minute of it. I really do. Really hoping we can get some footage, of the car on the road and the track and doing big burnouts and show you guys what this thing can do. Really excited to bring you guys some good content. It's been about 18 months, 2 years in the making, but we're going to be frying some tyres very, very shortly. So thanks again, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. I'm sorry we've had about a 6 week, 8 week break, but car's been away. I've just been flat out trying to keep everything going, but we're back on track. We're going to be doing regular uploads, regular content, and hopefully loads of driving. So thanks again, guys, and we'll catch you on the flip side.